Hey, today I'm going to be reviewing Jessica's Guide to Dating on the Dark Side by Beth Fantasky, and I'll start by reading what it says on the back of the book. Marrying a vampire definitely doesn't fit into Jessica Packwood's senior year get-a-life plan, but then a bizarre and incredibly hot new exchange student named Lucius Vladescu shows up claiming that Jessica is a Romanian vampire princess by birth, and that he's her long-lost fiancé. Armed with a newfound confidence and a copy of Growing Up Undead, a teen vampire's guide to dating, health and emotions, Jessica makes a dramatic transition from average American teenager to glam European vampire princess. But Jessica has never ever been kissed. How can she possibly commit herself to a long-term relationship, or an eternal relationship for that matter? I haven't seen much on this book. I watched about 2 reviews on YouTube. It doesn't seem to be a book that's really out there, and I think it came out in about 2009, so I'm surprised it hasn't been more popular, because it was a good little read, I think. It took me about 3 days. It's only that's a preview of something else. It's 351 pages. The font's quite large, actually. Nearly knocked my light over. But I am really surprised. I love the cover. I don't know what it is with books and cutting the guy's head off, because it's the same on Anna and the French Kiss. You have her head, but he seems to be missing half of his head. Don't really know what that's about, but this is how I kind of imagined Jessica. She's not overly beautiful, but she's not ugly either, and I love his little fangs. There they are. So I found this, it popped up on Amazon as a recommendation, and I read the synopsis and I thought it sounded really good. So I ordered it in one of my book hauls, and I was really pleasantly surprised. So overall I do recommend it. There's just some slight things that I didn't like about it. It's well written. I like the characters. I like Beth Fantasky's writing. That's all fine. Just a little plot thing that I didn't like, so I'll start by saying what the actual plot is. So basically, Jessica Packwood's been raised in America, but she's originally from Romania, and her old name was Antonasia, and then Lucius shows up one day out of the blue and says that he's a vampire, she's a vampire, and they've been betrothed since birth, and they have to get married to fulfill this ancient, this old pact to reunite their clans and stop a war. And so she's all like, no, she's not up for that at all. It's not what she's planned. She doesn't really like Lucius, but Lucius is determined to court her and make sure they get married. It's his duty. And then she starts to feel for him and want to fulfill the pact, and then he starts to go the other way, and he starts to like her American teenager life. He likes playing basketball and having a normal girlfriend, things like that, because he's been raised in a completely different way to Jessica. Jessica's been raised with vegans, and he's been raised with his uncle, who literally beat obedience into him. So very different lives, and yeah. So, but it's this little plot thing that I don't like. He starts seeing this girl called Faith Cross, and as I've said on previous reviews, I don't like it when other boys or girls come involved. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of the love triangle thing. But it's not that he actually likes Faith, which would have made the book, I would have hated the book then. But it's that he gets close to biting Jessica, and he sees that she's soft, she's kind-hearted. She's not like the other vampires he knows that are really hard and heartless. and he doesn't want to ruin Jessica's life because he does feel something towards her. So he tries to push her away, and he feels that he deserves someone like Faith Cross, who's an evil bitch basically, and he feels like he has the same soul as her, which just isn't true. That's just how he sees himself, and Jessica has to try and make him believe that he is an honourable guy and he's not what his uncle wants him to be. And I did like that it blends it does blend chick lit with the paranormal. It sounds light-hearted, but it does have its dark side. But it does have that sort of teenage chick lit to it with the how-to guide. And some aspects of it are very funny. You do get to see part of Lucius's point of view because it is predominantly Jessica's, but you get to see Lucius's point of view through letters that he sends home to his uncle Vasile, and it's in like I don't know how clearly you can see that it's in a different script to the rest of the book, which is Jessica's point of view. So I did really enjoy it, and if you don't want a spoiler, don't listen to the next 10 seconds. The second one is Jessica's Guide to Ruling on the Dark Side. And also, if you don't want any spoilers, I'm quite bad for spoilers. I do like my spoilers. I like to know the general idea of what's going to happen. Most people don't. Don't go on her website because you'll scroll down and bam, there'll be spoilers straight away. So if you're interested in this book, check out other reviews that are spoiler free. Don't go straight to her website because it'll just give it away. It also gives a sneak preview of her other book, Jekyll Loves Hyde, which I am dying to get my hands on. But it seems to me that I can only get it in hardback at the moment, which I don't really want to get in hardback. So I'm keeping an eye out for Jekyll Loves Hyde in paperback, and so I will get that when I can. So yeah, overall I really do recommend this book. It's got on the back here, this first novel quickly bursts ahead of the pack of Twilight wannabes. So I don't think it's got the potential to be as popular as Twilight, because so many people will love that book. But it's definitely one of the a good, well written book along the same genre. It's just a little different. It's well written. It's easy to read. There's nothing hard about it at all. Yeah, if you check it out, please let me know what you think about it, and happy reading, people.